What's up, YouTube? It's LB Ninja 7 back again. It's been a while, been about a week since my last post, but you guys are still commenting. You want to see my UI. The reason why it's taken me so long is I've been pretty sick. I went from one sickness to the other. I had a pretty bad cold at first. I didn't really want to record it. You can probably hear it in my last video. I had just started. And then right after that, I had food poisoning. So been a very fun, eventful week for me. But here we are. Let's talk about this UI, this beautiful, sexy, homemade UI that I have. I will go ahead and say I'll post like my profiles, whatever I can figure out how to post. I'll post them down below in the description, so you guys can look there and find it. But today we're going to talk about the 3 most essential add-ons that you need and how I have them set up in my profiles and everything. But to heal, you need these 3 add-ons. They are absolutely essential. And those are going to be Grid2, Clique, which is like a lifesaver, and weakauras. I'm sure you've heard of at least one of those, especially weakauras. It's the big one. Everyone needs it. It's just, you can do literally anything with it. Okay, but let's get into it. So when you first start the game as a healer, you have these normal like WoW party frames up in the top left. And this is how you heal. You have to click on your party member and then you can heal them. And it's clunky. You have to like click on them and do that stuff. So what Grid does, there's a couple like this. They're just called party frames. Grid gives you these little blocks where you can click these instead. Now you're probably like, well, what's the difference between having these over here and these over there? And that's like really where you get the customization, you get better visuals, because like if I put a hot on myself, I put the hot on myself and it shows up right there and it's like all the way up in the top left corner. Or I can just look in one spot, have all of my party members in one spot, and it's very nice. And then you can combine it with other add-ons like Clique, where they synergize and they make healing so much easier. Not like easier, but they make it just way more comfortable. So that's basically all that Grid2 is, and I'm not gonna go too much into detail about how to set it, how to just create a profile, because that would be like its own video. I'm not gonna do that for each of these. What I'm going to do is just show off my profile and then just link it below. So mine, you see, I basically, honestly, I downloaded the Grid profile off the internet. And it's very hard to find on the internet, but it's the questionablyepic.com. It's their second profile. So this one, it's not really mine. I can't really call it mine, but it's just very helpful. You see the HOTS, you see it ticking the timer. You see like everything that you have on a person here, and it's great. And I've slightly tweaked it to make it better. I have it when I'm in a raid group. I have it to where it shows up. Let me join a raid group. I have it to where it shows up where I want it. This feels bad. And then yeah, so in this also, it works for any healer class. Works for any healer class. I have it set up for my druid. I could go ahead and log out and show you my druid. Which my healer UI on my druid is in the middle of being changed, so don't judge it. I'll come back to the monk and show all the pretty stuff, but right now I just want to show you what it looks like on the druid. And it's the same for priest, paladin. It's since Questionably Epic did it themselves, they set it up for each class. So it's a very clean UI, very clean Grid profile. I highly recommend it. So that's Grid. I highly recommend this profile. It's great. There's a reason why I use one that I didn't make, which, as you see, I like to make my own UI. And it's because this one is very good. So the second add-on that I want to talk about is Clique, and this is what really just amplifies the comfort added from add-ons. And when you first start the game healing, you have to click the party frame to be able to heal people. But what Clique does is it makes you not have to click. Just drop something. So all you have to do is you have to hover your mouse over whatever character you're going to heal, and it'll do it for you. I really wish I could get into a group. Let me invite some guild members.
They can't join our group.
Let me see where Lightfall's at. Okay, so it what Clique does is all you have to do is hover over someone's profile to be able to heal. So whenever you're in like a raid with people, you just, that's when you watch my other videos of me doing raid healing, like watch I'm not clicking their name. All I'm doing is hovering. Oh, they have PvP enabled. They're in a PvP battle? What? That sucks. The one person that joins. Okay. Let's find this person. Yeah, but all you have to do is you just have to hover their name, and it just makes it super easy. So you're in a raid, you just look at who's low. You can see, because you have Grid installed, you can see all their health, who's low and whatnot, and you just hover over that, and you just, renewing mist that person, or regrowth that person, or like power word shield that person. Like it's very easy. All you do is hover your mouse over and click the button. It's that simple. Clique makes it so easy. There's no profile that I've done. All you have to do is download Clique, and it automatically does it. The profiles come with Grid2, which obviously I've said that I'll link it below, and then weakauras, which I'm about to show my weakaura, which is this one. I love this weakaura. It has everything I'll ever need. All my major cooldowns are all in one spot, and then like my rotations down here. These I never look at because like these aren't on a cooldown. Soothing Mist and Enveloping Mist, they aren't on a cooldown. But these kind of are, so it's just nice to have. And then I have my Renewing Mist charges. So like basically what this is, I never looked at it for some reason, so I just made a little charges thing. So like watch, I use Renewing Mist, boom, you have a cooldown. It's just so nice to see, because one way that you get so much better as a healer, as a Mistweaver especially, is seeing when your important cooldowns come off cooldown. So like watch my Refreshing Jade Mist, my Essence Font, and my charges here. I'm going to use one of the charges, use the cooldown, you see it's on cooldown, and then an Essence Font. It's that simple, and it just shows the cooldowns, and then right once this comes off cooldown, whenever I'm in combat, I'm not in combat right now, it'll glow for me. Oh look, here's Sky. Oh, Lightfall came all the way to me. That's so nice. Thanks, bud. See, look, I'm just hovering over his thing, that I can hover over whoever else needs healing. It's great. Okay, so back to my weakaura. So that's all my cooldowns. I have my mana potion, and I have a little timer for it to show how long I have left in its duration. I have my Thunder Focus Tea, which it'll only show that it goes on cooldown when I use it. So it's on cooldown now. And then my Fallen Order is a big one. It helps. What I've done is it helps a ton. I have a timer showing how long it is on cooldown, and then while I use it, I have this timer to let me know, okay, this is your window, you need to start pumping heals in this window, get as many crits as you can. So that helps a ton. It also helps to, it just helps seeing all of your cooldowns, all of your major cooldowns. So that's what this is. I also have a health bar and a mana bar, and I love this weakaura. I have it split up into two things. I think my main profile is just this big block upstairs, and then the second weakaura is this Enveloping Mist charges. I need to make these even, but it's fine how I have it. I'll link both of those below if I can figure out how. That'll be my main goal tonight before raid. Oh, you can also see whenever I use Chi-Ji, I have a little timer for Chi-Ji right there. If I was using it, it would show me the duration just like my Fallen Order does. And this little tiny white bar is my Ancient Teachings in the Monastery window. So like whenever you Essence Font, if you have that legendary equipped, you have like so many seconds to just punch and kick to get heals. And that's what that little timer is. I also have the Covenant ability pretty dynamic. I've only done it for Bone Dust Brew and Fallen Order and the Kyrian ability, Weapons of Order. But whenever you change Covenant, it'll swap between those. Very nice to have, so that it's just, you don't have to do anything, it'll just swap with you. And also whenever I'm using Chi Burst, to have that set up. So that's basically it for my Weakaura. I'll link that below. It's just so you don't have to sit there and learn Weakaura, because I highly recommend you do, and I'll probably make a video later down the line, because I love making Weakaura profiles. But every class, every character that you make, you just go ahead and set this up at the beginning, and you're set to go. It'll help you learn your rotation. It'll help you get so much better. But yeah, mine will be down below. And then finally, so that's Weakaura done and dusted. Now I want to talk about a little trick that you can use using Clique and like a grid or LVUI, whatever you use as your party profile or your party frame. But with Clique specifically. So with Clique, how you bind your spells is you go to your spell book, and there'll be this little hat icon, Clique Binding Configuration. And this is all the spells that I have bound. And you'll notice down here in my little ability bar, you don't see Enveloping Mist, but you see it here. You see it, or Renewing Mist, I'm sorry. But you see it here. So I have it bound to 4. Whenever I press 4, it'll Renew Mist, but whenever I press 4, it'll also Spinning Crane Kick. So what I've done is I have Clique know my 4 button as Renewing Mist, but I have WoW know my 4 button as Spinning Crane Kick. And what that means is when I hover over someone or utilize Clique, and I press 4, it'll Renewing Mist them. But when I'm not hovering over anyone, not utilizing Clique, only utilizing WoW, it'll Spinning Crane Kick. Now, you're probably like, why Renewing Mist and why Spinning Crane Kick? Those two have nothing to do together. I know. I have no explanation other than when I started off as Windwalker, when I had my Monk, and I had my Spinning Crane Kick as 4, and then when I tried out Mistweaver, I had my Spinning Crane Kick not even bound until I was like, oh, I can use that? And I was like, oh, but it's not on my 4 button. And then I just figured out that you can do this, and it's very helpful. Very cool. I love doing this. One of the main classes that uses this little trick, I'm going to go ahead and give him some gold real quick. One of the main classes that can use this trick is Shaman. And what they do is they'll chain heal whenever you're using Clique. Whenever you're hovering over someone, you click the button and it'll chain heal. And when you're not hovering over someone, it'll chain lightning, whoever your target is. So that's one way that you can do it. You can also bind if you have like an enemy health bar add-on, which I don't have, you can like hover over it and click your interrupt, and then have your interrupt not even be like bound to a button. But yeah, so that's how you use Clique. You just come to your spellbind or your spell book, and if like on my druid I have like regrowth and all your targeted healing you wanna do, you wanna have bound on Clique so that you can just hover over. You wanna do your Vivify, Life Cocoon, Enveloping Mist. You wanna do all these spells basically for Monk. And anything that's targeted, you don't have to click someone and do it. Like I'm a priest, I have like PI, all my healing spells, and like just anything you have to target a teammate, you want to do on Clique. But that's it. It's that simple. I'm not gonna take the time and show you how to set up a grid profile and then show you how to set up a Weakaura profile, because those are each videos in itself. But if you want to see those, just let me know down in the comments, and I will make a specific Weakaura video. I'll show my Priest Weakaura, my Druid Weakaura, whatever you guys want to see. Let me know down below. You've been so awesome in this week that I haven't really been able to post. You've been still commenting. People have still been subscribing. I hit like 40 subscribers, and it's a ton for me because I just started. I love it. I love all the support. Keep it coming. Don't forget to like, subscribe if you haven't, comment, and tell all your guildmates to come check me out. It's been LB Ninja 7. So happy that you're here, and I will see you guys in the next one. I hope that these add-ons help you out, and hope that this is everything that you wanted to see. Feel free to download them, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.